Good afternoon. Welcome on in to another episode of From Day One. Today, we will do a split-parter between the day side and the night. Our good friend Ben Bellion brings us epic soft-stick fail from the state of Washington. Van, if you'd be so kind, take it away, please. Part 2 of this will occur on the night episode. Van?
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we head to Washington State for yet another right to travel fail, where a sovereign citizen gets pulled over by Spokane Valley PD for speeding while driving his kids to school. He thinks because a cop gave him a break on a previous stop, he should be allowed to drive without a license. So he demands a supervisor, which ends up being the best part of the video because he destroys every single argument he makes. Hence the length of the video. Right, let's get into it.
That's why it's a two-parter for us.
Are you doing things?
I'm recording.
That's fine. You can record all day long. Yeah, I'm recording too. I need you to grab your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance.
I don't have a driver's license. I don't have a registration, and I'm not required to have a driver's license or registration.
And you don't have an ID card on you?
I do have an ID card.
I will take your ID card, please.
And I apologize for speeding, just trying to get the kids.
You apologize for what?
For speeding, just trying to get the kids.
Okay, well, I appreciate your apology for speeding. So, confirm you do not have insurance on this car?
Yes, I'm not required to, for this is my personal automobile.
Okay, so by you saying yes, you mean no, you do not have insurance on this car?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been through it a couple
And this
of
vehicle is
times.
not registered at all?
No, I've been through it several times.
How long have you owned this vehicle?
For about almost 2 years now.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
My VIN number is up there.
I know your VIN number's up there. I'll check it here in just a minute. Did you buy it private party or?
Yes.
Okay, alright.
So you're speeding with kids in the car. Well, that's not a good start, is it?
No.
But you're also driving without a license, no insurance, and no registration. But worse still, you think this is perfectly acceptable?
That's what it sounds like.
And a traffic infraction is a crime?
What I say?
Traffic infraction is a civil infraction for which I can stop you for.
Okay.
It's probable cause to stop.
Getting some of the guys 30
7
years
Adam
ago.
17095. Also, driving without license plates or a registered vehicle on a public roadway is also a traffic infraction for which I can stop you for.
That's if I have a license. I've been working with a judge on what's going on.
So that's your opinion, however, it's an incorrect opinion.
It's the Constitution.
Okay, give me just a minute, I'll be right back with you, Sherman.
Thank you.
Is your address still current on here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
So this quote-unquote judge you've been working with, is it the same person who gave you the paperwork we see later on in the video by any chance? Because if it is, then I'm sorry to have to break this to you, but that person is not a real judge, because no judge would ever tell you to drive without a license.
Or
So
insurance.
interestingly enough, this thing actually was registered to you. The registration expired last year in July of 2022.
And I learned my constitutional rights, so I'm not going to be getting it registered.
Oh, that was when you learned your constitutional rights? Gotcha. Okay, perfect.
That's when you were
So I'm
stupid.
issuing you several notices of infraction. The first of which is for speeding 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. The second is for expired registration over 2 months. The third is for operating a motor vehicle without proof of insurance. The fourth is for no valid operator's license with a valid identification. And the fifth is operating a motor vehicle without license plates.
Okay.
You have 30 days to respond to district court. Address is right here. 4 options explained at the top right-hand corner. Make sure you read through each one of those.
And my constitutional rights of freedom of travel is my opinion. Is that what you were saying earlier?
I'm sorry?
My constitutional
I'm not
rights
saying your constitutional rights are your opinion. I'm saying the way that you view them is your opinion.
Okay, and...
Not fact.
Okay,
So there's your driver's license back. If you don't have a valid driver's license, don't drive. Take care and drive safe.
Well, okay.
Ouch, 5 citations, that's really going to hurt. But surely he's not stupid enough to drive away with the cop still sitting there, is he?
Yeah,
What am I saying? That's exactly what he's going to do.
I gotta get the kids to school.
Oh, she's gotta be stupid. Dude, he's gonna pull you back over. cop cannot let you break the law. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I got my information, so you can see. Hey, can I show you something real quick?
You and I are going to have this conversation right now.
I know.
You and I are going to have this conversation. You can have it with the judge.
Okay, but I need. Okay, but I know. But it's under the Constitution. Washington resides, and I will have it with
the judge. If you drive, we will stop you again, and we will issue you a ticket. Okay, you understand that?
But can I at least get the kids to school, sir?
No, you cannot drive. You don't have a valid driver's license. Can I?
You've just been cited for driving without a license, and now you're asking this cop who gave you the citations if you can drive without a license. Did you get dropped on your head as a child? Because that's the only explanation I can come up with for you to ask such a dumb question.
Yes, he did.
Can I get a license?
I'm not gonna get supervisor. You did. So you're going to get supervisor meeting right here.
We'll let them know that you want to talk to someone. But here's the deal. All the things you're showing us have been argued and debated in
the Supreme Court. And Washington falls underneath the Supreme Court. And it shows in here. It shows in here. I have all the paperwork to back it up, the RCWs and everything.
Okay, first of all, there are no Supreme Court cases that say you can drive or operate a motor vehicle without a license. Anyone out there claiming there is, well, they're telling you porkies, I'm afraid. Same goes for the commerce argument, because states issue both commercial and non-commercial driver's licenses. Also, citing RCWs that you think support your argument while ignoring the ones that don't is called cherry picking.
Also,
there are countless RCWs, there are countless states.
I'm not registered. I'm not a commerce vehicle.
No, you are not registered. That's part of why.
Yeah, and I'm not a commerce vehicle, and I don't have a driver's license. Therefore, I don't fall underneath this state law.
There are case laws that don't support what you're saying. Okay. So,
well, I've ran into 5 officers already, and they said, "Sir, you're well within your rights." And you guys are the only ones that are being pricks.
I have a feeling that's a little horsepower.
It's not. I've only received 1 other ticket, and that was the first time I got stopped. Every other time I got stopped, they respected.
So I have a supervisor here coming to talk to you.
Okay.
Actually, not one of those cops told him he was well within his rights to drive without a license. I know this because no cop in their right mind would give that kind of advice. Well, at least I hope not. And because he recorded the other stops and posted them to YouTube. He did get a ticket, I think, for no license plate in one video, and the other 2 he was given a break and a warning. And as we all know, soft states always use this as validation for their beliefs, and it gives them the confidence to carry on breaking the law.
Okay.
You are not to drive. If you drive again, I'm going to stop you.
Okay, I will wait for him right here. What's your guys'
my name's on the ticket.
Okay, and what's your...
My name is Debbie Spencer.
Okay, and you guys are not holding up the Constitution, or you got oath to hold up...
Oh, I have the Constitution every single day of my life.
Okay, so then you're
I
violating my...
believe that you are incorrect on your assumption of what the Constitution
And you're not doing your due diligence to educate yourself?
Oh, I know. You're doing your due diligence and not educate yourself.
Okay, well... Okay.
Okay, I have a sergeant coming to talk to you.
Thank you. Now they're telling me that I can't drive when I have
already told you that.
Every right to travel and threatening under arrest.
You have a right to travel.
Which
You
is
do not have
illegal.
the right to drive.
I have every right to travel.
Just so you're aware, you are free to leave at this point if you want to walk. You are not allowed to drive. You understand?
I'm traveling.
You understand what I just said?
Yeah, I'm traveling. You want to call the school and tell me he's going to be late?
Yeah, and tell them why as well. Tell them that Daddy got pulled over for speeding and driving his kids to school in an unregistered, uninsured vehicle. And although he's free to leave, he's playing soft seat games and demanding a supervisor so he can spew his word salad at him. Dad of the year.
I'm not going to stand here and talk with you about this.
Sir.
Wait for my sergeant.
Okay, sir, but you're a peace officer.
Wait for my sergeant.
Okay.
I'm going to stand here and talk with you.
But I need your help.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Sir, you're a
You
peace...
can get help from my sergeant.
Sir, you're a peace officer.
I understand that.
Now you're threatening me. You're treating me like I'm a threat to you. No, you're treating me like I'm a threat to you because you're not helping me. That's your duty. You're here to help. You're here to help citizens. You're not here to be an asshole.
Here's the deal. You want to talk to a sergeant?
I have every right to show you my stuff.
First of all, you seriously need to learn the meaning of words like threatening and rights, because you're misusing both of those words, and in the whiniest way possible, I might add. And secondly, he's there to enforce the law, not waste time debating what you think the law is on the side of the road. That's what court is for.
I'm not here to look at your... I know
You're being ignorant
I
to
know
the law.
both the Constitution and the Revised Code of Washington.
The Revised Code of Washington does not apply. It applies to motor vehicles, but not recreational vehicles. And that's the part you're not understanding.
That's fantastic.
And you're treating me like I'm some dick to you.
And so with that,
you're being a tyrant.
I'm not being a tyrant.
Yes, you are, because you're not revised. You're not.
So you saying that I'm a tyrant? That is your opinion?
Yeah, that's
We're not going to have any more conversation on the matter. Go way back at your car.
I don't have to wait at my car. I have a freedom of right to walk.
You don't get to stand around walking around my car.
Why not? I'm not doing anything.
Right, so he whines and moans for another 10 minutes like this. It's nothing he doesn't repeat to the supervisor, so let's skip ahead to when he arrives. Because, well, it's the best part of the video.
Good morning, Sergeant Noble.
So which RCW are you saying gives you the authority to drive?
The freedom of right to travel.
I'm trying to...
I don't want to misconstrue what this gentleman believes, so I'm going to let him explain that to you.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that, sir. Can I talk to you over here, sir? Okay, so...
And just so you know, you are being recorded.
Yes, okay, thank you. So I've
Just so
been
you know, you're an
exercising
idiot.
my rights lately, and I've been educating myself on my right to travel under my personal property. I'm not a commerce vehicle that's privately owned. I don't have to insure my car or have registration or license plates. Under the Revised Code of Washington, I don't apply under the motor vehicle code. This is commercial code of license.
Anytime you operate a vehicle in Washington State, you're required to have that stuff.
No,
And sir, here's the thing.
Yes, and that's for motor vehicles, not recreational vehicles, which are defined as non-commercial use
Here's what I'm going to tell you.
automobiles. And I've been through this with several officers and supervisors now, and they've all let me go and said, well, that's good, including and stretching your rights. We're not going to mess with you. Go ahead and drive. Just be safe.
It's amazing to me how he twists what was said to him during those stops. At no point did they say to him they're not going to mess with him. One gave you a ticket, one gave you a warning, and the other one gave you a break because your car was broken down at the time. He did encourage you to fight for your rights, yes, but at no point did he tell you to go ahead and drive. In fact, he told you can expect to be stopped and cited in the future. But this supervisor is a veteran of 26 years, so he sees through all this BS.
And that's what I'm saying. I've dealt with this so many times already, and he hashed me out a whole bunch of tickets, which I totally understand. If he's uninformed, and if you guys are uninformed, you guys are going to hash me out tickets, but you guys cannot stop me from the right of travel in my own personal property, which is the Revised Code of Washington. And that's what I'm saying. That's the biggest...
The Revised Code of Washington says that you have to have a valid driver's license on the vehicle. In this.
Yes.
Do you have a valid driver's license?
No, state motor vehicle code does not extend to non-commercial users of the highway, private travelers. I am a private traveler. I'm not a commercial vehicle. You guys are commercial vehicles. Those are commercial vehicles. Anybody who has a license plate on is a commercial vehicle who is insured, who has a driver's license. When you sign that driver's license, you're saying, okay, I revise under the state of Washington. I don't have a driver's license. I'm not revised under the state of Washington, and that's where you guys are pushing the law against somebody who's stretching his rights. And that's what I'm trying to inform you guys is that is illegal. You're taking away my right of travel. And every officer that I've sat with, every supervisor I sat with on scene, they understood that. They looked into it and they said, you are free to go. I have not got no ticket since. I've dealt with so many of you guys now.
Again, not what happened, but the fact that you've been stopped this many times in such a short space of time should be a red flag to you that this doesn't work.
And I'm just saying that he cannot stop me from the right of travel, and neither can you. And that's what I'm saying. You guys cannot do that. I can legally leave. I don't need a state license. I don't need a registration. I'm not under a license.
You can,
and I can take that to court. But if I travel,
you can absolutely leave. We're not going to tackle you.
And if I travel,
we're not going to put you in
and arrest me and take me to jail, then you guys are violating my rights to travel.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Really?
If you choose to drive, then you can get a ticket again. I mean, that's the way this works.
So this revised Washington code is not valid.
Absolutely not.
Do you have the book on you?
I don't need a book. I have it on a computer.
Okay, can we look it up in the computer?
The Revised Code of Washington that says you have to have a driver's license?
No, yes. The difference between travel, public vehicle travel. Yes. Can we look into that?
So which title RCW are you looking at? I know, but there should be a title like 46.20.
Well, we can look through. I mean,
Well, I'm not going to sit through all your...
And the reason he went so quiet there and couldn't quote an RCW is because this is what he's reading from. A piece of paper with the words Revised Code of Washington in bold letters and then some made-up BS underneath. And the supervisor rightly calls him out on it because he can see it for exactly what it is.
This is the Constitution one too. This is driving and traveling. There's a difference, and that's what you guys are not understanding. And if you'd like, I mean, I gotta get my kids to school. And
so here's what I'm gonna tell you: is what you're providing me right here. This is somebody's opinion.
No, it's not. I'm pulling off of your guys' site.
Right. This is somebody's opinion on what they believe the law to say. Right.
You did not pull this from this. You pulled this from a right to travel website, and you're pinning everything, so your family's safety, your criminal record, and your financial security probably, on an opinion from this dodgy website. Of course, if this was a real RCW, then it would have a number attached to it. I mean, the wording alone should tell you straight away that this is complete BS.
Right, but what I'm telling you is that 4620 requires driver's license.
That's for driver's license.
Correct.
Yeah, that's for driver's license. I don't have a driver's license.
And this state requires you to have a driver's license to operate a vehicle. Absolutely does. Yes.
Okay, can we look in the computer and can you educate me?
I don't need to look in the computer. I've been doing this for 26 years.
I know, and that's the thing. People are not searching the rights and stuff, and they're just applying to have it. I'm not.
Here's the thing. I understand that you want to say that you're using your right of the Constitution to travel and not have to be inhibited by law and everything else. I get it. Right? This isn't the first time I've dealt with this, and it's not the first time I've heard it.
And you guys are not educating yourself on it. That's what I'm saying.
I am very
No,
educated.
you're just educated on what you've been taught and what you're not being
What
retaught.
you're doing is you're taking...
When's the last time have you looked into this? When's the last time have you looked into
When was
this?
the last time I looked at the law?
No, have you looked into the traveling? The right to travel. When's the last time have you looked into the right to travel?
because I am a Washington State police officer.
Revised under the Washington, which is under revised under the
Therefore, I
Constitution.
enforce the laws of the state of Washington.
Which is under the Constitution. Washington revises under the Constitution.
Exactly, the Constitution, specifically the 10th Amendment. You might want to look that one up before you go any further down this rabbit hole, because that amendment gives each state the right to create state laws and statutes.
Yes, it does.
Washington can be more restricted than the Constitution.
No, it can't.
Absolutely it can.
Not for traveling, not for my rights.
Maybe you should educate yourself, because federal law is the base standard, right?
Okay, so what do I need to do? Do I need to call a lawyer? Is that what I need? So I can leave?
Absolutely you can call a lawyer.
Okay, what else do I need to do? Because you guys cannot arrest me for my private affairs.
I'm not taking a lawyer's opinion that you're able to drive. You do not have a valid driver's license to operate a vehicle in the state of Washington, from what I've been told. Are you agreeing with that?
No.
You're telling me that you have a valid driver's license.
I don't have a valid driver's license.
Okay.
And I'm allowed to legally drive.
We can agree that you do not have a valid driver's license.
Yeah, I don't need a driver's license.
But you're saying that you don't have to have a driver's license because you're traveling.
Yes.
You're not in commerce.
Yes. Point A to point B, yes.
And Washington State does not recognize that.
Yes, it does. Oh my goodness, yes it does.
If the state of Washington or any other state in America recognised this travelling not driving malarkey, then they wouldn't be allowed to issue tickets for it. Moral of the story, don't believe everything you read on the internet, because you'll end up like this guy. His kids are still waiting to go to school, by the way, but he doesn't care.
Yes it does.
And what I would encourage you to do is get a hold of your legislator in your district and tell them that you want to be able to travel and that they should take out the requirement for to have a Washington State driver's license. It's the same thing as having a vehicle registration, right?
Okay.
If you own a vehicle in Washington State, you're required to register the vehicle.
Okay. Can you follow me to the school? And then I'll go straight home and I'll wait for my court date on the 7th.
What, help you to commit even more offences? Yeah, that's probably one of the dumbest requests I've ever heard. But it gets more bizarre.
We can't follow you. I mean, that is like us allowing you to violate law.
Okay, so then if I get back in my car and I travel and you guys pull me out, arrest me, so traveling is a arrestable offense? Or driving without a license is a arrestable offense?
Do you have ID?
Yeah, I have ID. I have ID.
Okay, so no, it's an infraction.
So it's a infraction. So I can keep driving and you keep pulling me down the road and infracting me. No arrest.
I don't know why you would do that.
Well, because you guys are infringing on my rights, and that's what I'm saying. It's not a crime. It's not a crime to drive, and that's what I'm saying. Another thing is that you guys are supposed to be focused on crime, not violating constitutional rights. You guys are peace officers. You guys are not people to enforce something that is...
We're just enforcing Washington state law.
Okay, well, Washington
state law says you have to have a driver's license.
So then, will you guys give me a ticket every time I keep driving? Because I need to get the kids to school.
I think the look of disbelief on the cop's face should answer that question for you, shouldn't it?
Yes.
But now he follows that dumb question up with this humdinger of a statement.
Either you give me a ticket one time, because I can only be prosecuted for one ticket. And if I drive home...
That's not true either.
No, I meant for one issue. And one issue, if he keeps pulling me over, then he's harassing me. I'm going to sit there and drive.
It's not harassment. He's advised you that you're not able to drive.
Okay, so...
Has he advised you to call a licensed driver to come get you?
No.
Okay, well, I'm advising you that. Call a licensed driver to come drive your vehicle, and you can drive.
No, it's my private owned vehicle. I have every right to drive.
Okay,
Can I get a different...
First.
And with that, we will bring this session to close. Join us tonight, where we will conclude the stop with this super soft-sit moron. Till then, please like, share, and subscribe. Be kind to one another, and release the Krakens as we are so very close to that 50,000 point. Till then, thanks for watching from day one. We'll see you tonight with the rest.